This is James Helder for IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella, Hennessy Sports. I'm in Monte Carlo today. It's big fight week. Martin Murray taking on Gennady Golovkin. Also in action, Hughie Fury taking on Andre Rudenko. With me, I've got Hughie Fury's father and trainer, Peter Fury. How you doing, Pete?
Good, James. Thank you.
Good. When did you get in?
Thursday morning.
Okay. I trust your flight was okay.
Yeah, it was all right. We got here and checked in. We got some good rest. Had a nice walk round. Had a nice meal. Me and Mick Hennessy. And just relaxed and chilled. All the work's been done.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Hughie Fury, first fight back in 9 months, due to what we now know was some allergic reactions and stuff.
Yeah.
How pleased are you that all this is put behind him and he's back in the ring?
Well, over the moon. He's good job that we found out what was wrong, but he's back. He's back to full health, and he's ready. He's looking forward to this as well. He's excited, as we all are.
Yeah. I mean, Andre Rudenko is a very experienced opponent. He's been in with some good names. He's very decent. He's very durable. Right test for Hughie. Good test for the right time.
It's a severe test. He couldn't get any more stiffer test. But look, you don't get to box on these kind of shows. Having people that you can knock over. It had to be a serious fight, and. It had to be a serious fight, and that's where we are. So he had to take it. So that's where we are. So he's took the fight, and we believe he can do a job anyway on Rudenko. He's a tough man, Rudenko. He comes forward. He's going to put Hughie under a lot of pressure. He's weighing, I think, heavier than when he fought Brown. So he's put weight on purpose. So that shows me he's going to come in earlier on and try and dismantle Hughie and try and take him out of his stride and catch him early on.
What tactics do you think Hughie's got to employ? Do you think he'd be better keeping Rudenko at distance and working off the jab, not letting him get too close?
I think it's easier said than done. You're not going to keep a man off like Rudenko with a jab. He's got to mix up everything. He's got to, he's going to have to box extremely well. He's going to have to use all of his skills, plenty of feints, plenty of movement. And basically, more than anything, he's going to have to hurt Rudenko on the way in. He's going to have to punish Rudenko every time he tries it. So basically, he wears him down and he gets sick of trying in the end. So basically, that's the way we are. That's more or less it, really. He's just got to be the better man on the night will win it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people kind of forget that Hughie Fury is still only 20 years old. He's still growing as a man. He's still progressing as an athlete and as a boxer. He's far from the finished article, isn't he?
He's a long way off, He's been ill, like I said. He's had 14 fights spewing up in a bucket. So that's where we are. It's just a pleasure to get him out where he's looking forward to this fight. He's had good preparations. He's got to pace it well, and he's just got to do what he's told. It's all about composure, isn't it? At this stage of his career, He's got to keep properly composed, and keep his head in there, and don't get flustered under pressure and start loading up with his shots early on. He's got to pace it, be controlled, and do his job properly.
I mean, Monte Carlo, Monaco, high-end boxing. The venue holds less than 1,000 people. Tickets, astronomical amounts going for the ringside and stuff. Do you think this stands him in good stead fighting at this type of high-end event?
Yeah, I definitely think so. It's holding him in very good stead. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, sorry we're laughing, Peter. I've got to show the camera. We've got one of the Furies asleep here.
Yeah.
He's snoring.
I think he's done bored if he's going to sleep.
Yeah.
Actually, can be a dad leg.
Something going on, isn't there?
Crack.
Sorry, Pete. That made me laugh.
You've got to laugh at it, haven't you? Where you go?
Obviously the main event sees Gennady Golovkin defending his WBA super title, his WBC interim title and his IBO title against Martin Murray. How do you rate Martin Murray's chances going into this one, Peter?
I highly rate Murray. I think, like I said before, he's just come up against the wrong person. He's probably the best middleweight out there. I think if it had been any other night, we'd be saying he's going to be the new champion of the world. But, you've got to say, looking at the stats and watching Golovkin, he looks flawless in his in what he does. he's an elite fighter, and I just think basically Murray's got to give no respect whatsoever. He's got to let everything loose, and he's got to go on the attack. Simple as that. He's got to overcrowd him, fluster him, turn it into a war with him. And you know that's basically Murray's chance. And we know Murray's tough, he's durable, but he definitely doesn't want to sit back on the back foot and have a boxing match, because then it's a foregone conclusion. It's going to be too difficult to outbox somebody like Golovkin. But you know, we've never seen Golovkin severely tested. So you know, maybe Murray can do it. It'd be nice for him if he could do it. You know, but like I said, I see it mid to late rounds myself, and I've got a favour, like I said, Golovkin. But I'd like to be proven very wrong.
Do you admire and have admiration for the heart and the gutsiness of Murray? I mean, he's gone to Germany, took a draw against the world champion Sturm. He's gone to Argentina, fought Sergio Martinez in his backyard. In many people's opinion, give him a beating. He's now took on probably, potentially one of the great fighters of our era, looking ahead in Golovkin.
Well,
do you admire his guts?
Yeah, and it's sickening really, because he obviously, them two fights you mentioned, he won them. So basically, he's already a world champion anyway, really. He just hasn't had the belt, has he?
Or the financial security from being a world champion.
Exactly, because he's fought in away countries and got obviously robbed. But basically, he is a good fighter, and it's going to be a very, very good fight. But like I said, I think Golovkin could be on his way to like Mayweather status. And I think he's a very, very good champion. And I think he's going to take some dethroning.
Speaking of Mayweather, we've had rumours that Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao will be announced. The announcement's imminent. We're waiting from Floyd. We've seen loads of newspapers and other stories and websites getting it completely wrong and making a hash of it. So we're waiting on the Floyd announcement. What are your thoughts on that fight?
No, I don't think it's a hard fight for Mayweather. I literally don't. I think Pacquiao's a man coming forward. Suits Mayweather down to the T, and I just see it like this. I think if what's his name, Alvarez fought Pacquiao, Alvarez would probably do a number with Pacquiao. I think Alvarez is probably one of the best out there, young up and comers there. Yeah. And look what Mayweather done to him. And Alvarez is certainly a good fighter. So like I said, I think that fight is a foregone conclusion. I don't think it's going to be as good as what people think it is. I think you're going to have a slip and slide genius and just a landslide, and he's going to be walking around the ring with his two hands raised, much to say, I told you so. It's going to be like that.
I mean, do you think it could be 5 years too late for this fight, for it to really be as good of a fight as it could have been?
But what you've got to look at, Pacquiao's been beat and he's been knocked out. Mayweather's not suffered anything. So basically, he knows what it's like to lose. And somebody against that Mayweather, you look at the skills of him, missing, slipping and sliding, I think he's too tall of an order. Look, Pacquiao's probably one of the best in the world, but we're talking on elite level fighters, and I just see the comparison. I don't see what people saying, tough fight, Pacquiao's going to win it. I just don't see that.
All right, obviously, Golovkin is promoted by Tom Lofa. Interestingly enough, he promotes the Klitschko brothers. I've had a good chat with him this weekend regarding the management situation with Tyson Fury. He's saying the fight after the Brian Jennings fight, they're potentially looking for the Fury fight. That's good news for the Fury camp.
It's very good news, and get this fight out the way Saturday with Tyson, and I'm confident he'll be triumphant in that, and hopefully we can get this Klitschko fight made. So it is good news. We're all saying the right things. So hopefully we can get this fight, and it's a defining moment in Tyson Fury's career. It's all what he's worked for all of his life. So it's going to be, there'll be some hairs raising on that evening. It's a tremendous occasion, so something that he's always looked forward to. It's massive. It doesn't get any bigger. So that's something that's really exciting to see towards the end of the year, hopefully.
I mean, we even got as far as talking about potential, hypothetical of course, potential venues, whether it be a stadium in Germany, stadium in England. Would you guys have any worries to going out to a stadium in Germany to fight Vladimir Klitschko?
Well, in Germany, Tyson's got to knock him out. So that's what I say. I think I think it's not as big of as a money spinner fight in Germany. I think that fight would do mega gates in England. I think on a financial basis, that fight's got to be a lot more wealth in the UK. So if this is about business, it'll be done in England. But I think it's a colossal fight. Plus Klitschko's never been fought in England. So it's a major opportunity. So I think that fight should take place in the UK. If it doesn't, and it's got to go over in Germany, then obviously Tyson's got to look for the stoppage.
All right, well listen, it's interesting tomorrow. The main event's obviously got everyone talking, but it's a great undercard.
Yeah.
Lee Askin's fighting for an EBU title as well.
That'd be a good fight as well.
Hecky Butler, the minimum WBA and IBO world champion from South
Yeah.
Africa in action, as well as Yuri Fury taking on Andre Rudenko. So yeah, it looks to be a fantastic card.
Yeah, 100% it will be.
All right, Peter Fury, I can't thank you enough for your time, sir.
Anytime, James, you're welcome.
As always, I'll catch you again real soon.
No problem.
Thank you.
All the best.